What's up, David?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How was your spring break?
Oh, I had a great spring break.
Right on, man. Right on. What'd you do?
I had a great spring break.
Nice. Yeah, mine was pretty good. So, like, what were you up to over spring break?
Dude, let me tell you, I had a great spring break.
Got it. Yeah. So, like, what made it so great?
Dude, I had a great spring break.
Okay. So, like, what made it so great? What were you up to?
Dude, I had a great spring break.
Okay. See ya, David.
See ya.
Welcome back to Highly Irregular, Milwaukee's #1 nightmare.
So, Richard, what did you do over break?
Not much. Got to see some of my family and friends back home. Nothing too exciting, but I still managed to have fun. What did you do about anything this summer?
Not really. Everything was too expensive to travel over this week, so I just crashed at home.
Hey, whoa. What are you people doing in my vacation home?
Dude, this is a television studio. What are you talking about?
Look up there where the lights are.
Ow, my eyes, they're too bright.
Oh, not at the lights. Look at the platform below it.
Oh man, you actually spent your spring break here?
Yeah, ma'am. There's a door up there. I slept in that room the whole week, and it was pretty relaxing.
So what did you do for St. Patrick's Day?
Listened to a bunch of Irish music and set the entire studio's lights to green. It gave it that authentic Irish vibe.
Man, that is really sad.
Hey, ma'am. For the low price of free, I managed to have a pretty good week out of it.
Speaking of someone that's had a good week, what's going on with David?
He seemed really excited about how much of a great spring break he had without going into any details about why it was so great.
I think he killed somebody.
What? David? No way, man. You've got to be out of your mind.
Listen, I've seen enough episodes of CSI Miami, SVU, NYPD Blues. I think I know a thing or two about how to stop a criminal. What was his behavior like today?
Well, he was very energetic walking into Johnston Hall today.
Okay, so he's guilty and he's trying to hide his feelings.
Well, Klinger's always energetic. You could talk to him about anything, and he'll have a big smile on his face.
Huh. So, this isn't his first rodeo. He's done this kind of activity before.
I mean, when I asked him what he did over break, he gave me this piece of paper that said, Mr. MUTV, you could have saved the show from cancellation. I gave you all the clues.
Why is there a poorly drawn TV on that guy's head?
He's in a cult.
Dude, we go to school in Milwaukee. What possible cults could exist around here?
Jonestown! Was that too far?
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am. Life as a PI sometimes gets you wrapped up in these unsolved cases. I just want these people to go to jail.
It's too early to go to commercial.
Is that bedroom in the studio your office too?
Only on the days of the week that end in a Y.
How many clients do you normally get?
Enough to keep the lights on in the place.
We were talking about something else, weren't we?
Yeah, David is completely in a cult.
I wonder what's going on in Studio 6.
You don't want to know what happened during spring break in that room.
Well, what happened?
I saw something. Somebody was dragging a body from the studio into a garbage bag. It was like they were trying to be like a bad guy. It was too dark. I couldn't see who it was. I tried chasing the criminal down the hallway, but by the time I got to the door, they vanished.
What the heck, Nick? That sounds like an awful spring break.
I swore that night lots of terrible words and the promise that I would solve that crime.
Well, good luck to you. That sounds like it would be quite the challenge.
You know, I was just thinking, we lost a lot of volunteers this year. Where the heck is that Gus guy?
Is this another chapter in that highly irregular mythology you keep telling me about but never actually reveal anything?
Wait a minute. I have some ideas about his whereabouts. Someone give me the whiteboard of truth!
It's literally right next to you, man.
Oh.
Nick, what are you writing on the whiteboard?
I need silence. Detective Balsanti needs to think this through. Okay, so he was quiet and nervous throughout his entire break.
Can you clarify what you're referring to? No one knows if you're talking to yourself, speaking in the third person, or if you're talking about David.
Detective Balsanti doing all of those things.
Why are you writing chicken scratch?
It's not chicken scratch, it's a roadmap. I think I know what happened to Gus.
Can you seriously not draw a stick figure? What the heck is that supposed to be?
It's his organs. David chopped him up and sold the remains to the people on the black market.
Can we even show this on television?
Probably not. I'll put a little smiley face next to it to make it look childish and to please the censors.
Dude, this is a mess to read.
No, it's not. Here, I'll give you a play-by-play analysis.
Fantastic.
Quite. Anyways, over here we got Gus and David, totally normal characters that haven't done anything wrong. Yet, then Gus leaves the show at the end of last semester and has yet to appear this year. Are you with the Balsanti thus far?
Yeah, I guess. You know, people change their schedules around from semester to semester. He's probably too busy to do the show now.
Wrong. David got jealous that Gus was becoming the de facto mascot for Highly Irregular, and he wanted revenge.
Mascots?
Excuse me. I'm the longest running anchor of this show. If there's somebody that should be a mascot, it would be me.
Well, it's not. Detective Balsanti ran the numbers and it was Gus. And my math is never wrong. So David did the one logical thing he could think of. He went to the nearest restaurant in town.
Sobelman's?
Bel Air? Qdoba?
Yeah, one of those spots, and ordered murder from the menu.
This is oddly specific.
Yeah, wait just a minute there, Richard. I could feel my detective senses tingling. I think we're about to cut to commercial.
You're not going to solve this crime by the time the show ends.
I'll do it, or my name is Detective Balsanti.
Don't you mean isn't?
Darn you writers and your lack of being able to proofread.
I guess we'll be right back with the mystery of what David did over this spring break.
He killed Gus. I can prove it. Just you folks watch.
I swear, I don't even know what's going on anymore for this show. While Nick tries to solve the mystery, here's a fun video about what can be done in one day around Milwaukee.
So while that's playing, you can maybe tell me more about the highly irregular mythology?
Well, it all started back in 2016 when a group of kids wanted to make some changes to how TV was being consumed in the college sphere. And that's how we were in the course of this show.
That was a lot of information to be thrown in just a couple of minutes.
Well, there's still more to go over. You see, why I never wanted to explain it. There's so many continuity errors that have occurred over the years, it's impossible to keep track of them all.
So how does soup du jour tie into this whole thing? Why did that get started?
That's its own beast of an oral history. Instead of doing that, let's take it over to Studio 6. I think David's there now, not doing so well.
That's all it was. You're going to jail, man. Everyone will know what you did over spring break. It will be like that movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer, except it took place in the spring, and it's 10 times more boring. Plus, I know what you actually did. I have to leave town, start a new life somewhere, change my name.
No
and
comment, you
lifestyle.
can.
Oh, I got it. I'll be a farmer in a place no one will dare to look. Normal, Illinois. I'll fit right in with all the other normies in the town and have a place of my own. Raise some animals and food, overprice them so I can be rich. It's the perfect plan. It's the worst plan. You suck at escaping out of trouble. It's a good plan. I don't see you coming up with other ideas. Silence, you fool. Someone is coming into the frame. Act normal.
Yo, David, who's acting normal?
What? Yeah? I'm totally fine. In fact, I've never been better because I had a great spring break. An incredible spring break.
Great. What'd you do?
I had a great spring break.
No, specifically what'd you do?
I'm being specific. I had a great spring break.
Look, David, if that's your real name, we can do this the easy way or you can do this the hard way. Which one would you rather do, David?
What do you mean, the easy way? There's an easy way?
Yeah, of course. There's always an easy way. Is that what you want to do? The easy way?
Well, that depends. What's the hard way?
Remember Duncan?
No, I have no idea who he is.
Oh yeah, that was before your time. Gosh, the show goes through volunteers like the producers go through cigars.
What?
The producers.
Smoke a new cigar every time one of us messes up a line. That doesn't matter.
Anyways, Duncan's taped to the ceiling.
Huh, so he is.
Yeah, that's the hard way. Do you want to be paid this too?
Now hold it right there, mister.
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. So, sir, if you could step back, that would be appreciated. This is an active murder scene.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, haha, what are you talking about?
I have reason to believe that David here, that even is his real name, has committed a murder.
A murder? What? No.
A murder? Seriously?
Yep. I believe that David murdered our dear Gusterson over spring break. And that's what made it so great.
No way, man. I don't even know who Gusterson is.
That's where Gus went. You killed him.
No, I did not.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Show me proof that he's alive.
Hey, Richard. What's up?
Gus, you're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive. I just had the flu.
Dude, you were gone for like 2 months.
Yeah, it was really a bad flu.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Oh, sorry, Kendra. This is Gus. Gus, Kendra.
Hello.
Hi.
Gus was a volunteer who we thought died, but as it turns out, he's still alive.
You thought that he died? Isn't that a big conclusion to reach to?
You're absolutely right, it is. But that's what we do here at Highly Irregular. All that we do is jump to conclusions.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, especially with what's happening in Studio 6 right now.
Where's the body? What did you do with Gus?
I don't know.
Where's my little boy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where's Rachel?
Rachel! Wait, Rachel?
By Rachel, I mean Gus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nick, calm down.
It's Detective Nick to you.
Fine, Detective Nick, just calm down.
You know, somebody says that like every show. It's like the writers have run out of ideas or something.
Hey, they're trying their best.
You're new here. Once you hit your 4th semester, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Richard, you seem upset.
Well, I'm not. I'm perfectly happy.
Richard?
Richard, what's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all is wrong.
Okay, if you say so. Coming up after.
Gus, wait. I think I know what's up with Richard.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
You know that
You know that I'm right here, guys, right?
He's mad that Nick didn't make him his partner in crime.
What? Explain.
Everybody knows that Richard's dream since he was little was to become a crime fighter. That or Shakira, but Shakira is taken, so crime fighter is what he chose.
You know that I can hear you.
And now that Nick has become a crime fighter, Richard feels like he's being left behind.
Hey, that makes a lot of sense. Richard, do you want to be Nick's crime-fighting partner?
Yes, that's all I've ever wanted to do. That's the reason I host this show, so I can fight crime.
That doesn't add up.
Whatever, I want to be a crime fighter.
Tell you what, after the break, all three of us will figure out what's going on with David, what he did over spring break.
I can promise you that he did not kill me.
Finally, I can become Richard Man.
We'll be right back.
See? David couldn't have killed him. He's right here in the studio.
Gus, my beautiful Gusterson, you're alive.
Who are you? That's Nick.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Nick.
Nick.
That's Nick.
That is my crime-fighting partner, Nick.
My name is Detective Belsanti.
Fine, Detective Belsanti.
Thank you. Now, my beautiful baby boy Gusterson is alive.
That's creepy.
Then what did David do over spring break?
Guys, I had a great spring break.
We know.
Yeah.
But what did you do?
Come on, David, give us an answer.
You're making this seem like you did something bad.
I didn't though. I just had a great spring break. That's all.
But what does that mean?
Fine. You want to know what I did?
Yes!
Fine. I'll tell you.
Wait, I just got a text from the producers.
What do they want?
They say that they can't find out what David did over the break.
What?
Why?
Because the producers were a part of it. You can't run from me.
Nick, wait, come back. Oh no, he's going to break something, isn't he?
No, they said they want to make this a season-long angle.
What?
They're running out of ideas, so they need something to stretch the show out for the rest of the semester.
No, I need to know what happened.
Oh, no, it's fine. We should really listen to the producers. I mean, they're the ones paying us after all.
None of us are getting paid.
I think that Duncan is getting paid.
But he can't spend it. What did you do, David?
You'll never get me to squeal. Never.
Wait, I think I figured it out.
Yes, we've figured it out together, the both of us, as a collective.
David, you didn't kill Gus,
That's obvious.
but you did kill.
Obama?
President Lovell?
Gianni Versace?
My hopes and dreams?
John Cena? Dun, 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 dun.
No, David killed Michael Hendricks.
Who?
You know, Michael Hendricks?
Who's Michael Hendricks?
Michael Hendricks was one of the producers of Highly Irregular last year.
What?
He also produced the highly acclaimed but short-lived Soup de Jus.
What?
Last year's Dan.
You know, the tall, pale redhead.
Oh. But wait, if David killed Michael, what was his motive?
I'll tell you his motive. You see, ever since David and Michael were children, they had a crush on the same girl, Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years?
Shut up, Kendro. This is my monologue.
Fine, go on.
The 5th grade prom was coming up, and Winnie had just broken up with her longtime boyfriend, Kyle Masterson. David and Michael knew this was their only chance, but only one could be her date to the prom. After coming to an agreement, David and Michael decided that whoever won a round of rock, paper, scissors would be the one to ask her. After 67 ties, David finally came out victorious. But then, Michael threw sand in his eyes and stole Winnie Cooper from him.
Ah, the old sand in the eyes trick.
Shut up, Nick's talking.
So then, David had to go with plan B. He disguised himself as Winnie and went to the dance with Michael in her place. They had a lovely night until it was time for Michael to drive them home.
Wait a second. I thought this was the 5th grade prom. How would Michael drive them home if they were in 5th grade?
He moved the seat up. Duh.
Makes sense.
When it was time to drop off Winnie/David, the two shared a passionate, long, aggressive, fierce kiss. Unbeknownst to Michael, David actually had a cyanide pill in his mouth and secretly poisoned Michael, killing him instantly. And that is what David did over spring break.
Wow. Everything you just said was wrong.
Not everything.
Can't you guys see? Isn't it obvious? David didn't have a motive to kill Michael, but his accomplice did.
But who is his accomplice?
Gianni Versace.
No, it was none other than Dennis Tracy.
David, is this true?
He made me do it. If I didn't agree to help kill Michael, he was going to destroy my future stand-up career. You see, I do stand-up comedy.
We know.
No.
You see, Dennis has an embarrassing photo of me from the Christmas party. And if I didn't help him, he would release it to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel.
How embarrassing is this photo?
So embarrassing!
Okay, where is this Dennis kid? He's gonna have a nice little chat with Law and Order.
You're supposed to flex when you say that.
Oh, am I? Stupid Nick!
What's that? The producers are telling me Dennis has fled the building and flown to Argentina. I guess we'll have to wait until next week for Dennis to get his comeuppance.
Wait, that's the end of the episode? I came back for this?
Yep.
Look on the bright side, Gus. Next week's not going to be any better.
Hey, that's some good sleuthing you did back there. Man.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't ask for your help on this case.
Yeah, you should be.
You're more of a detective than I ever could be. How would you like to join forces?
You mean as partners?
Absolutely not. You'd be my sidekick. With your brains and my charming good looks, we'd be unstoppable.
You know what? That doesn't sound too bad.
So what do you say, sidekick?
I'd say we have ourselves a recurring sketch.
On the next episode of Highly Irregular, will Dennis ever return from Argentina and get his comeuppance? Will Nick and Richard's detective agency ever solve a case correctly? Will David's stand-up career be hurt by the murder he committed? Will Gus's flu come back, keeping him out of action for 2 more months? Is Kendra's real name Kendro? Will Connor ever get that $350 deposit back on the boat that he wanted to purchase? Will Dan ever stop shoving himself into every episode of Highly Irregular? And will Nick ever live down this photo? Find out all that and more when Highly Irregular returns next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.